joins us now for more. So, Nisa, thanks so much for being with us today. I mean, every day things in India seem to be getting worse. The pictures are just horrifying to look at. How much of the global fight against COVID should be directed towards India? I mean, should the U.S. be putting even more resources towards the country at this point?
Well, you know, Jennifer, first of all, thank you for reporting on this story, because it's such an important story. Because if we don't learn from India, we may be in the same place ourselves. So yes, I think that it's important for people to get together. I've talked about this since the beginning of the pandemic. This is not just one country's response. In order for us to battle this, we need to do this in a unified manner. I really like what Amazon and Gilead and some of these different companies are doing. India is the world's largest democracy, right? So there is some infrastructure there. So what's concerning is to see how all of this health system is crumbling in the face of this pandemic. And what can we do to not have history repeat itself here in the United States?
Can you talk about that a little bit, Nisa? Because I'm confused about, here we are with vaccinations having done so well. Is the concern that this could again happen? And I say again because we were in such a bad place a little over a year ago here in the US, and back in December, January too, thousands of people dying a day. How could this happen here in the US?
So, Tim, that's a really good question. But again, you look to India, they were pretty strong on their vaccines, right? They developed their own vaccine. They had a really strong campaign going. And then they got hit with some big super spreader events and some other pieces, right? So what can we, it's not that we're going to end up there, but what can we learn from this? So we have to continue really strong with our vaccine rollout. We have plenty of vaccines now. Our next step is to get them into as many arms as we possibly can. Because when you talk about New York reopening, right? Anytime you're going to put people together in a space, whether it's Broadway or whether it's a restaurant, and you have vaccinated and unvaccinated, you have variants, you're creating a situation where you could cause this pandemic numbers to increase in New York.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.